All right, I know me doing a trailer is weird. I decided a long time ago that trailers just didn't do well enough for me to cover them. But this is different. This time I'm just way too hyped to not make a video out of it, even if I know it's probably not as popular. I don't care. This is something I want to do for myself. Right here, back here, in my library is this book, Leviathan, by Scott Westerfeld. It's a book I enjoyed reading as a child. The whole series was a lot of fun with its alternate history. Spoilers, by the way. Major spoilers for this book and the anime. For this world, like alternate history, World War II, with mechs versus mutant animal monsters, and the characters. It was just a lot of fun. So I was literally just thinking, hey, it would be awesome if this got an adaptation. But knowing what it's about, I just figured it's not likely these days. I mean, with a lot of book adaptations turning to TV shows, no one would make something out of this, and it wouldn't look good either, because this requires such a high budget. But then I was blindsided by the Leviathan trailer on my feed. Leviathan anime series from Netflix. And I'm like, this can't be, right? This can't be this Leviathan. I didn't want to watch the trailer yet. So I searched it up. It is. So the first part of this video is going to be me reacting to the rest of the trailer. The second part of this video is going to be me breaking down every part of the trailer with maximum spoilers, all right? This book has been out for a while, so I will be telling everything. Most importantly, this series has a ton of intricate illustrations throughout its pages. So I will be comparing things directly from the trailers to the original book illustrations. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get into the trailer. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, especially my reactions to the Leviathan series, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to do either, then let's just get into the trailer already. Is that it? Is that... Yeah, it's Darren! Oh, they're not even hiding. Oh, maybe they are kind of hiding us. She's a girl. And Alec, oh god, it's so weird to see them as anime characters. Wait, oh god, it's Klopp. And is that Otto? No, not Otto. Power. Oh, he's in the uniform. No voice sounds yet. Is that a Huxley? Oh, it's a Huxley. It's so nice looking too. Not as ugly as I always pictured in the books. And a Stormwalker. Everything's so colorful. The thing about the book's illustrations is they're all black and white, so it's hard to inject color into this. They're on the run. This is when they find the Leviathan crashed, being attacked. Leviathans. Oh, it's flechette bats too. That's a class. Go Dylan, kick butt. They're probably going to enhance action scenes because this is an anime. Is that gonna look a little small? Wait, whoa, which one? Oh man, that was a big one. I don't know what the big one's called. Oh, Leviathan. Weird ass logo. 2025. Damn it, that's gonna take too long. Right, that trailer was really cool. There's no dialogue per se for me to pour over. I can't hear what the voice actors are like. I don't know. This is an anime, so I don't know if it'll be primarily dubbed in Japanese and then English. Or if it's Netflix, they might do both. I only hope that the English dub is good enough. Let's go in and just break it down scene by scene. If I'm right, if I'm right, this should be in Scotland. Okay, join now. She wants to join the Royal Air Navy because of her father, who made her love of flying. Okay, so here's the picture, the main picture of Dylan Sharp, midshipman Dylan Sharp, and obviously this one's highly stylized. I don't know where I'm putting it. You may not even see my face, but it's highly stylized, and this is obviously a much more simpler 3D anime. It looks good, I think. However, if my info double checked is correct, the eyes are supposed to be blue, and the hair is supposed to be blonde. This is gray hair, and brown, almost reddish eyes in certain lighting of this trailer. I don't know if that's just part of the disguise, especially the hair. I don't know what the eyes are just anime, I guess, but the hair. This is the reveal, right? This is Darren, how she actually looks like. Though it would be weird that she keeps a photo of herself on the desk. It's supposed to hint, for people who don't know, that this is a Mulan type situation, where the Royal Air Navy doesn't take girls, so she has to, become a boy. Right? Maybe I should have scripted this if I wanted this to sound better. But over there is a picture of a manta cutter, which is used in the Mexican Revolution and is made out of both mech, the Darwinist, the clanker technology, and Darwinist technology, and looks like it's literally the art from the books, which I think is cool. Then in the middle, you see the various names she's trying out. She's drawing up ideas for a Huxley balloon. It's kind of interesting, right? It's like a mix between a normal hot air balloon and a Huxley with a proper basket. Picture of her. Aviators take flight. The dawn of the Britain, like she's crazy with. Most importantly is that's a picture of her and her dad. Like I said 2 seconds ago, she's instilled by a love of flying by her father, who took her on hot air balloons. And there, hanging on the picture, is the goggles. The self-same goggles that she is wearing in the cover of the book. I'm pretty sure Dylan's on the cover of the first book. Darren's on the cover of the first book. Okay, so this is the Castle Hohenberg. This is in Austria-Hungary. This character is Prince Alexander von Hohenberg, the fictional son of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Yes, that Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whose assassination was the tipping point towards the war. Now he's being woke up in the middle of the night by the guy in the background of the book is probably Count Volger, and the closer guy is Otto Klopp. And this is, early on in the book, he's being woken up. He's being told, "Oh, we're just going on a night training run here." But what's actually happening is that his father's just been killed, and they're trying to get him out of here before the Germans come for him too. All right, proper suited up, just like the art book. Darren's eyes look genuinely red in a shot like this. I'm not going to stress too much over eye color in a book whose pictures are usually black and white. I'm going to focus on all the other things. Here it is, a giant jellyfish, aka a Huxley. Huxleys are genetically modified jellyfish that fill themselves up with helium to make themselves float like a giant living hot air balloon. Now, this right here actually tells you a lot about the direction of the show. I'll show you a picture here of a Huxley, and I think you can, from the books, and I think you can figure it out. There's an element of extra detail and biological grossness that is in a lot of the original book's art. Experimentation they're doing, it doesn't have really nice appearances like this. This anime clearly is not going to take it that far, which makes me only more interested to see what the rest of the Darwinists' army is like, because there's so many changes that have to be made if you want to remove the ugly. Conversely, the clankers, their stuff shouldn't change too much. I mean, it's just robots. Probably simplified though. All right, this is him coming out to his Cyclops Stormwalker in the middle of the night. It's very similar, but looking at it more closely, I think the original art had the whole thing a lot more squatter and lower to the ground. This one has the legs set a little lower, so it's taller entirely. The Habsburg house crest on the walker is much more simplified. The art has a full color crest on it, and this is just a simplified black and white one. There's even a giant golden crest and more gold accents. To be entirely fair, this almost looks like a more standard Stormwalker than the Royal Guards one that they took. Genuinely, it's so cool to see it fully realized in 3D. Yeah, see here again with the Huxley. I'll pull this is the picture from the book when this scene happens where there's a test where it's it's a Are You Scared of Heights test, where the Huxley will go up and you'll have to like answer questions and be calm and stay up there for a while. And the Huxley in the books, all those tentacles are like wrapped up in a knotted bunch. And this is just a flying flying jellyfish. Here is them. It's still nighttime, so I'm assuming this is right after. This is right when they start. The internals aren't one-to-one to the art, but I don't think that matters. I think it's sufficient enough that it looks good and it fits what aesthetic it needs to. Now we're in the mountains. I'm assuming this is right during the Leviathan crash. The titular Leviathan. Well, we'll get to see it in 2 seconds. It's the giant flying whale from a little bit further in the trailer, and it crashes in the mountains, which is where the two main characters meet. Alec goes out to hide in his secret hidden, little home in the mountains, and then the Leviathan crashes right near him, and he's too nice to stay put, so he goes out to help them, despite Darwinists and Clankers being against each other. Oh, and they're in the mountains. They're in the Swiss Alps. Stormwalker is being chased, and they're on the run, probably by the Germans, judging by the firepower here. That was a Zeppelin firing a harpoon at. Here is the perfect image of our Leviathan. I'll insert the image of the beastie from the books. Honestly, it looks very similar. Again, with the simplified, nicer looking aesthetic. I think the biggest thing for me is the gondola section. In the book, it's like 200 meters long or something. It's a pretty big thing. But the way the windows are sized make it feel so much smaller. Obviously, this is before the crash, so this is before any of the retrofitted engines. So I can't remember if the picture I'm using has the retrofitted engines or not. Also, I can't for the life of me tell what those three bumps on his head are supposed to be. I know the eyes are over behind that square, but as a fan, I think it's just important to tell you how much I'm amazed by the fact that this thing happened. I can't. I'm so happy that this is going to get an adaptation. I hope it adapts it well. And even if it doesn't adapt it well, I hope it goes through all 3 books regardless, simply so that I can see more of the crazy designs throughout the books realized in a full 3D environment and moving in animation. I just want to see that happen so much. Flechette bats, which are definitely insane. Again, absolute glow up from the book design, but they are such a cool concept. How do you fight airborne enemies with creatures? Oh, how about you have a type of bat that can eat steel spikes and just puke them out onto your enemy? That was crazy. Okay, so this is the other midshipman along with Dylan. They're falling off the rigging. This whole whale seems a lot smaller. It feels like that again right here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overstating the size of it. I imagined it to be much larger than it actually was. And that's the problem here. Okay, so this is after the Clanker retrofit, I assume. But where do they get the cannons? This thing is the Hercules. Because it's the only thing it can be. But it's definitely very changed up from the book's design. This one's far more, here's a battleship with legs, than how the original spider-looking one. Oh, I get it. The A is the British flag, and the H is the cross. Would it made more sense to make the T the cross? One last thing I want to say is that I get a general sense of everything being smaller. Then, absolutely, the designs have been altered. The Stormwalker looks pretty damn good, but something just feels different about it. I think they moved the legs around. The Hercules is definitely very, very changed, unless maybe it's the angle throwing us off, but I'm pretty sure it looks different. Then, obviously, the Darwinist stuff, we've only seen the Huxley and the Leviathan, but everything tells me it's simpler and looks far more nice than the books made it out to be. Right? The whole, it's supposed to be ugly monstrosities, not, ooh, look, a flying whale. I don't know. I thank you so much for watching my weird reaction breakdown video. Thank you so much for watching this reaction and breakdown. I hope you enjoyed the video. What are you looking forward to seeing in the Leviathan anime? Over here is the first episode reaction whenever that comes out. Over here is a playlist of my videos, and on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya!